You know what? Well, first, okay.
And you have to say her name.
See, it's not so fun, is it?
Yeah.
Well, okay. There's a couple. Yeah, okay. There's a couple things. One, I don't know all of her friends' names. All the girls that were on those.
You don't know all the people that
know.
work for you's names.
Yeah,
I know,
we don't care
you're
about
right.
names. Just tell us the friend.
Yeah. But I gotta tell you, that, like I said, that's the weirdest thing about having a daughter that's 21 now is, you would look and be like, oh my gosh, like I am at the age I would be any of these girls' dads. This is so creepy and weird.
Quit backpedaling. Answer the question, Ralston.
Hey, Jessica, you ready to go to Sunfest?
Kevin, Virginia, and Jason are live on 97.9 WRMF and the KVJ Show app. Broadcasting from the offleaseonly.com studios. Shop thousands of cars, trucks, SUVs, and vans. Priced thousands below retail. 954-222-CARS. Offleaseonly.com. This is 97.9 WRMF Palm Beach.
It's time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Bee, so don't get her pissed. Jason talks like a spaz, and they love to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ show.
Well, good morning. Welcome to the KVJ show. How y'all doing today?
Good morning.
Yeah, here we go.
Ooh, what did somebody leave me?
I made you corn muffins with a honey top and a little nugget of cheese in the middle.
Oh my gosh, it's not even my birthday, Kev.
Wow. Honey top, huh?
Honey top.
What a great way to start your day.
Oh my
I
gosh.
know you like honey top.
I love honey top.
I think we'd all use a little honey top today.
Something tells me you probably like honey bottom too.
Uh-huh.
I just like honey.
Everywhere. Wherever you can put it.
Oh man, I'd gotten you guys snacks today too, and I left them on my Mountain Dew fridge.
Oh man.
Man, oh man.
I'm riding high on that whoopie pie. You guys tried that yesterday. I have an Oreo cookie that I want you guys to try.
Oh, you do?
Very good, and I believe that it's new because I've never seen this flavor. It's got a peanut butter pie cream in the middle.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm actually trying to lose a little bit of weight. I'm encouraged by your snacks,
Well,
but
we made
I gave you whoopie pie Monday, but
we gave him a little bit, so he's like, "This is great."
Right,
I'm gonna
now he's
have
gonna
them
run with it, yeah.
Every day they're gonna try something new.
yeah, and yesterday I'm like going, okay, I'm going to get really serious about, cutting some weight. And here's Jaybird's on some snack kick. Again,
Look.
we're running in opposite directions.
I'm not here to force anybody to do anything.
Uh-huh.
I'll just bring and present the
Okay.
snacks and see how you guys react.
Okay, all right.
The pusher. The
I know.
first one's always free.
Right, yeah.
right.
Yeah,
Get you
I
hooked.
gave him Monday. I think I'm going to have to jump off the snack wagon.
Got you hooked on that whoopie pie.
Yeah. It's going against my plans.
You're listening to the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
How what you thinking about, Jaybird?
Well, I'm a little annoyed. Do you know when you work at something and you put a lot of work into it, and then the person on the other end keeps on kind of screwing it up, and it's just not working out? You guys got me really excited about wanting to do that interview with that guy up north, the Stewart or Port St. Lucie area, who claims he's a vampire. He does the whole thing. He says he believes in the way vampires live. He looks like a vampire.
Yeah.
You guys got me really excited about doing this interview. So I've been talking with him. We moved the Weird and Whatever podcast to tonight for Tuesday to accommodate this vampire named Timothy up north. And then... And we've had to change it like 2 different times. He goes, at the last minute, he sends me another email going, well, I don't want to come in the studio. I'll do a phoner, but I just feel like I'm going to get made fun of. And I really don't want to come in. And I'm like, dude, I'm trying
You
to
should
get...
be used to
Well,
this.
he can't come out at night. I mean, he can't come out during the day anyway, so you got to do it at night.
Well, the podcast is at nighttime.
Okay,
Yeah.
So
good.
Should be
Timothy
good.
the vampire, I'd like to interview you. And then I'm thinking, interviewing a vampire over the phone, is it as good as seeing him on KVJ TV.
Right, I
This
I could be your vampire.
Exactly. Anybody can.
Hello, my name is Timothy.
And I was legit interested in hearing what this cat had to say, but I feel like if the audience can't see the vampire, yeah, it could be Kevin doing it.
So you're the low budget Tom Cruise. You're literally doing Interview with a Vampire too.
I don't think I am. I think this vampire.
He's not.
Timothy the diva vampire isn't coming down because he's afraid he's gonna get his feelings hurt. Well, then quit acting like a vampire and promoting that.
Yeah, I don't think he's got the goods. He must not be the goods.
I agree with you, Virginia.
He knows he's not the goods.
I think
Yeah.
I'm bringing him. I say, look, I'm giving you a platform, Vampire Timothy, and he's getting scared. He's not going to do it.
Yeah.
So I can't interview him over the phone, right?
No.
That's weak. All right.
It's so weak. You got to drink this guy in and see what he's all about. You can't do that over the phone.
I agree, and I want to see the fangs. He claims he's got fangs, and he wears a cape, and he likes animal blood.
Don't we all have fangs?
All of this vampire stuff that he says he lives the vampire lifestyle.
I used to have legit fangs, but when I got braces back in the day,
Yeah.
they used to pull teeth out when you got braces.
Okay,
now
right,
they leave
yeah.
them all in, but I literally had fangy looking teeth and they pulled them out.
Yeah, some people do.
There is a legit community out there that identify as vampires, and that is their truth, Virginia.
That's their truth.
You got to get one in here that'll actually like put their money where their mouth is. I don't think Timothy has the balls.
I think you are, or the fangs, honestly, which is more insulting. Yeah, if anyone is a vampire and they want to be interviewed, please let me know. Now I gotta.
They're probably still up. It's dark outside.
You're right.
You got to catch them like in the next 30 minutes, though.
I got this scratch.
It's
I gotta.
tough. You're right.
I gotta.
It's last call for vampires.
You're right. If not, I think I'm retiring.
Closing
Yeah,
time.
that's right. Time to go home. The blood bank's shutting up.
We are, thanks to Timothy the Vampire. Even though we're not interviewing him, we're doing the Weird Whatever tonight at 6 p.m.
Oh, man.
I know.
He got you all rescheduled.
Vampire Timothy got me twisted.
Okay. What's on your mind today, Virginia?
So I did something yesterday that I've been kind of wanting to try. I've got allergies. Little Rocco and Mags, both of them have allergies. And people were telling me about this salt spa thing. Have you heard of this?
Yes, I have actually been there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they just opened up one in Jupiter, and
Okay.
there's like a playroom for the kids. So I'm
Yep.
like, oh, this is perfect. Little Rocco loves going like to the beach, but I hate the sun.
Right.
So it's like the perfect thing. It's like this salt room. You go
Yep.
into it, and on the ground is all this pink Himalayan salt. And they want you to take your shoes off, and you dig your feet into the salt. The salt going through the feet is supposed to be good. Mm-hmm. They got all these toys in there for Rocco. He played with all the toys while me and Mags just chilled out, and
Yeah.
I answered emails. They've got this thing that like pumps this like salt mist in
Yes.
the air, and you're supposed to sit there and
It's kind of
breathe it in.
breathe it in. It's good for people apparently with bronchial issues. That's why I'd
Yes.
gone there one time years ago, and I just couldn't kick the bronch. I wound up going to one in Gardens.
I felt great when I was in there. My breathing was awesome when I was in there, and it was good for about 30 minutes after I left.
Yes.
But then about an hour after I was,
Kick back
going
in.
for it, kicks
Yeah.
back in.
You got old again.
It was really just while you're in there, you feel great.
Right.
But I can't stay in there all day. I got stuff to do.
You got stuff you got to do.
I don't know if this is accurate or not, but I was told growing up, if you have an open wound of some sort and it's not healing, go into the ocean. It's a natural healer. Can you confirm this?
I believe that because I do that. If I have, problems, issues, the ocean and the salinity of the water is really good.
It is.
It's always been good for me.
Okay.
I've heard it's healing.
Really?
But then again, if you have an open cut, wouldn't that kind of attract sharks, maybe?
It's good until the point when you get a bacteria in it.
Or you're leaking so much blood,
Yeah.
there's a herd of sharks there.
Well, if you are one of those people who is not remembering your dreams, you might want to try and start. And you say, well, how do I do that? Well, apparently, if you do sleep journals and things like that, you can start to get into a condition where you'll remember your dreams a little bit more often. And they actually say that remembering your dreams is as vital as breathing is to your body.
Really?
I kind of believe that. I do.
They claim that dreams are essential for maintenance and repair of the body as well as for our mental health.
Huh.
The study says that being, quote, dream deprived can actually cause a person to be miserable and that actually teaching yourself to dream is something that everybody can do. Like doing the dream journal like I was talking about, kind of paying attention to your dreams, and then I guess subconsciously you'll be like, okay, I remember a lot of my dreams.
Yeah.
So if you ever wake up in the night, jot down some of the notes, so the next day be like, oh, that's right, it triggers the memory.
Denny's has got an interesting theory about dreams, and he's got me on his side. He believes that we have dreams to protect us and to get us ready for terrible things in our regular life. If you're dreaming about someone breaking into your house, you've at least gone through a practice round. So if something does really happen, you're familiar with that scene. And thinking about it, that does kind of make sense to me.
Yeah, they say that the term sleep on it is actually proven to be effective. About 500 people were asked to think about a problem that they were having 15 minutes before going to bed every night for a week. And of the 500 people, half of those people dreamed about their problem, and a quarter of them came up with a solution in their dreams.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That sleep on it thing is pretty accurate because I was
Yeah.
just recently going through my drafts of emails, and there's so many half-written emails when I was mad about something that has never been sent, and I slept on it.
Okay.
Because I didn't send it in my emotional state, but if I would have regretted it.
Well, I know that, when you're sleeping, a big part of what it's doing is your brain is cleaning out the cobwebs and it's filing away memories and things of that nature. So that's why it's essential for your long-term, short-term memory to have good nights of sleep so that your brain can fully put all that stuff away. It's kind of like, they close down a grocery store, they clean up, stock the shelves, all that kind of stuff. That's what your brain is doing when you're sleeping. So if you're not giving it ample time to be able to do that stuff, you're going to have issues with your mind and your memory and things of the such.
It really is weird, though, how we have to have sleep, and then when you're under, you've got this whole new world, and it's just so bizarre to me.
Yeah, and I want to start writing them down because I for the most part, I pretty much always have really good dreams, and I've been trying to remember them. When I read this story today, I was like, oh, that's so cool because I'm trying to remember them. Like last night, the last dream that I was having, for some reason, I was hanging out with Motley Crue, and we were having a great time.
Because you watched The Dirt.
Yeah.
You're in it.
Yeah, but it was kind of, we were getting ready to, go out. It wasn't anything like, it was crazy drugs and like I was, yeah, cool heroin. But, we were just kind of hanging out, having a good old time. I was palling around with them. And they were like my friends. And I was like, this is pretty awesome, man.
It's so weird because my last dream was all of the trees were eating humans, and I could not escape anywhere. Every tree was snatching up kids, snatching up my friends.
That's not a lot of fun.
Different
That's
world.
horrific.
It's a terrible dream.
I had dreams last night about I went back to LSU and I was going to move back to Baton Rouge and I was going to live in one of those tiny houses.
Okay.
And so I was looking in this tiny house neighborhood and I was walking around seeing how everybody had their tiny house decorated.
That's kind of fun. Yeah.
It was lovely.
Do you think you bring your own baggage into your dream life?
Obviously, look at you. You're having dreams about trees eating people.
Or am I just programmed that way? Was I born in a way to where I'm going to always have some weird dreams, or is it something you bring with you?
And can you be changed? I mean, are you always going to have terrible dreams?
Because I don't always watch horrific things, so I don't understand why I always dream of such horrific tales.
I don't know. I have no idea. I'm not a dream expert. I just read one story. And I feel smart today because of it.
You sound smart.
Thank you. I feel very smart.
You look smart.
But I think I'm going to try that dream journaling stuff because I do. I mean, for the most part, it is rare. The other night I had one kind of dream that kind of startled me about a snake. But other than that, yeah, everything is always very peaceful and fun in my dreams.
According to dream experts, you never dream of somebody you have not seen. So if you have a person in your dream and you don't recognize them, they are somewhere in your psyche. Your memory has them in there. According to dream experts, you cannot dream of someone you've never seen. Interesting.
Interesting.
All
That's
all
right.
Yeah. All right. So there you go. Dream journals. Do them. Let us know what your dreams are. Coming up here in just a couple of minutes. Didn't check in yesterday, but I was kind of curious exactly what all had happened with some of the Park Vista prom kids that we talked about tail end of last week. They're supposed to have their prom on Saturday, but they were oversold on the tickets. Well, I found out what happened to a few of them. It's kind of a cool story. So if you were one of those kids that was in the spillover and weren't going to be able to get into prom, you can let us know exactly what you wound up doing. 877-979-WRMF. And the good story of what happened to some of them coming up next.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
Well, I didn't hear a lot yesterday about whatever happened with Park Vista's prom on Saturday night. We talked about the tail end of last week, and they were upset because apparently they had booked a venue that only had 500, and there were 517 people that wanted to go to the prom. So obviously you do the math, it's not going to work out. And, some parents were upset that their kids, being seniors, were not going to be able to go check out their senior prom. And so that caused it a big hullabaloo. And we talked to kids and parents tail end of last week. So I don't know what everybody wound up doing. It doesn't seem like they wound up opening up that overflow room that I know was a possibility they're trying to do. There was an issue with the fire marshal coming in to do it, and some people were thinking that it was just people being too proud and stubborn to, make that happen. Other people were saying, no, it's going to cost too much money. So I don't know exactly what it was, but that's what the bickering was on both sides of it. But I do know that several Park Vista high school students that were waitlisted, they went to the O Palm Beach on Saturday in Manalapan, and the banquet manager there, Liz Schmidt, saw and heard what was going on, and so they wound up kind of getting them the food and opening up a room for them and cranking on some music and saying, if you guys can't get into the prom, which I guess apparently they couldn't, they just had kind of an impromptu prom for them there at the O.
Oh, that was nice.
Yeah, which is kind of neat. They let them dine for free and then put them away in the private ballroom, and they set up balloons and played music and gave them some sparkling non-alcoholic cider for a toast.
There was 12 people there, and they raged.
That's kind of really what it was.
I think it was.
I'm looking at the photo, and it was like 6 people. Yeah.
All right, it's a very nice gesture.
Yeah, it is. You're like, but
I'm sure it was just as good as the prom.
Yeah, so I guess apparently those kids weren't going to get into prom, so I guess they didn't resolve the issues.
Do you do a second prom king and queen for that one? Like the more out of the 12 kids?
You got a really good shot.
You have a great shot of winning.
If you're there, yeah. I mean, you might as well make the most of it.
Take the title.
Yeah, let it happen. So,
do they serve food at prom? I can't remember if they serve. Do they have hors d'oeuvres? They should.
Yeah, I think now it's pretty fancy. They do it like in big ballrooms and country clubs, and there's a whole spread.
I don't remember having any pigs in a blanket at my prom. I think snacks are a new thing.
I didn't have any either. We had alcohol that we smuggled. That was it.
I think they do it differently because I remember when we were talking about last week, they were talking about contracts and all that to do and the such. And
yeah, it was a different
I don't remember
day.
anything like that. I think you had to buy your ticket, and that was all I remember.
Yeah, prom kind of sounds annoying these days. I don't know. It sounds like a lot. Contracts and
It is a lot to do. I mean, when you really start kind of looking into it with prom tickets, you got men's and women's shoes, suits, haircuts, corsages, transportation, dinners. Yeah, they say, you add it all together, and it's a little pricey.
You could easily spend $1,000 when you add all that up. Dress, limo, prom tickets.
Well, that's why in 10th grade, my girlfriend was in 10th grade, but she was on some kind of board, something with the student body, so she was allowed to go to the prom, and I'm like, I can't afford that. She ended up going with somebody else, and we broke up over that. Damn, memories.
Yeah. It's not bad, though. Since 1998, they say that the cost of proms have only gone up about 25%, which I guess that's, not too crazy, right? Not insane.
I don't know. You're asking two people who don't like prom, Kevin.
I think the problem is, with everything now, it's just too fancy.
Yeah, when things get too fancy, it loses its heart and soul.
I think
Said every old person ever.
When we went to prom, it was more low key.
In our day, Kevin, we sound so old.
I don't know.
Yeah, ours was, I remember we had the local armory is where we had ours. The junior class was responsible for putting together all the decorations. You had a prom committee where they would go. And I remember being a part of it and decorating the armory and all that stuff and had a really good time doing all that with my friends and all that. So to me, prom was fun. And it was huge to do. And maybe it's changed. Maybe it's not that big a deal. Maybe kids don't care to go. Maybe they turn it over to someone else to decorate it. Because if you're renting a place out, they probably can't have that kind of time. We started at the Armory 2 or 3 weeks before decorating. Most places around South Florida, you're not going to be able to get it for that long.
The Armory wasn't booked 2 weeks before.
Oh, no, they had nothing going on. They had the Rotary Pancake Breakfast, and then they had the Logan High School Prom. That's the only 2 events they had the entire year.
Yeah, I'm not shocked that was a big deal in Logan. Oh man,
huge.
the kids got the prom.
Oh, that was it. I mean, people who didn't have kids showed up to watch kids go to prom. I don't know
I
why.
bet they
You
did.
do that now. That's very creepy.
No, but I can see that happening, it being an event.
Oh, it was a huge event. Yeah. I mean, it was if we would have had like Extra or whatever the entertainment magazine was, they'd have been out there covering it. I mean, it's a big to-do. That was the only red carpet event we had the entire year. So, yeah, I guess maybe it's changed a little bit. So that's kind of what went down with it.
Drama, drama, you got drama and you gotta tell all. You love to complain about your pain, ain't you? You're Facebook fishing, Facebook fishing.
I thought it was kind of a fun little thread here in the claims that are made about people who are vegetarian. It's pretty profound, but apparently the statement made some people a little bit upset here in the Facebook thread that we got for you here today with a little Facebook fishing. Okay, this all just started with the simple post that Joyce had put up in search of a dog sitter. She's going to be heading out on spring break, and it caused all kinds of problems. I'll play the role of Joyce. Jaybird, you can be Hannah. We've got Virginia playing the role of Jerry today, and Denny's, you're going to be playing the role of Neil.
All right.
You look like a Neil.
Oh,
Yeah, you do.
So Joyce posted up on Facebook. She said, "Hello, I'm in search of a dog sitter for this spring break. My dog doesn't like to be in a crate. He loves to be around people and other pets. Very friendly dog. Please let me know if you're interested and we can discuss all the details."
Here comes Hannah. My daughter is 17 and she loves animals, almost more than she loves people. She's a vegetarian, very humble, trustworthy, and has a Chihuahua mix she loves very, very much. She will definitely take great care of your dog.
Why does it matter if she's a vegetarian? Why even point that out?
Because she's sweet and would never hurt an animal, much less eat one.
Is he going to eat the dog while sitting it? Yeah, she sounds lovely. I'll send you a PM.
Here comes Neil. Being a vegetarian doesn't automatically make you some kind of great person.
Excuse me? We are talking about my 17-year-old daughter here.
Sorry, no disrespect, but my statement still stands.
Okay, let's stop this now. I just need a pet sitter, not an argument about being a vegetarian.
Anybody on here know about William McDonald? He was a vegetarian and also Australia's first known serial killer.
Wow, there you go.
The more you know.
Okay, thanks for the input, everyone. We think we're going to just take the dog with us on spring break. Goodbye.
There is a lot of judgmental stuff going on there about vegetarians and meat and all that. There's this one guy who consistently harasses me and hounds me because I eat cheese. And anytime I talk about doing like a vegan diet just to kind of get back in shape, he throws it back in my face. You're a fake vegan. You're a cow murderer. You support cow torture. You eat cheese. You're just as bad as a man who eats steak.
Anything with all that stuff carries I mean, you can see right there how you just dropped in the vegetarian, and there's a lot of attitude that comes with it on both sides of it. It's one of those trigger words that's out there now that, I mean, you can see, you throw it into a Facebook post in any way and somebody's going to be like, what does that mean? Just because you're a vegetarian, you're better than everybody else?
I think you talked about that one story, that social media influencer. She claims she's a vegan.
Yes.
And she was doing another blog with somebody and they catch her eating fish. I don't know if you guys saw the video.
I heard about it.
She instantly realizes, oh my gosh, I'm being filmed eating fish. And she does this awkward like cover up on the dish and like smiles and waves at the camera. It is so awkward.
Really? Wow.
If you go to her YouTube page now, she has disabled every single comment possible. You can't comment on her page anymore.
Yeah, I had actually seen something about that. Yeah, she had to come out and had to address it, and she had said that the all-vegan diet, she was having some health issues and had to go back to eating fish and
people were so pissed
eggs.
off. They're like, so you're promoting this lifestyle that got you sick that you can't do because
You're not doing it, but yet you're still out there saying you're doing it and you're sneaking fish on the side.
and you got ill from the things you're promoting.
I don't know about this chick.
Oh, it's not going well for her.
It shouldn't.
There's another controversial thing that is happening on the internets today, and it is eating cereal with water rather than milk.
It sparked a debate with me and Denny's because Denny's hates milk, hates it. It makes him throw up. He will sometimes eat his cereal with water.
Has he tried almond milk?
He doesn't like the consistency or the look of anything milk. He can't even do the almond milk.
Huh. Here's what the post said. It said, I am a true believer that cereal with water is better. The taste of milk conflicts with the taste of the cereal, whereas water does not. While still getting the same texture, water does not ruin the taste of cereal. My friends crucified me when I told them this. So for this reason, I am coming here in search of others who share my beliefs of water being better than milk. Okay.
Denny's, what do you have to say for yourself?
Bird's right, man. I do not like milk, and I feel like it ruins the flavor of cereal.
Get out of here with that.
Ugh.
Without the milk, if you have Cinnamon Toast Crunch and you don't have milk, it's not going to be delicious at the end of the bowl. You can't redo that with water. Get me water and Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Get me milk and Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and I'll tell you what's going on here.
Yeah, I wouldn't even drink the milk at the end. That repulses me.
Get out.
Yeah, that's so
Gnarly.
bizarre to me. Like, I couldn't even imagine water. To me, water would just make, like, soggy. And I know milk does, too. And I guess it's weird. If I really thought about it, would it taste that much different? I've never had water on cereal, but the concept of it, it sounds gnarly to me.
I also use water as a chaser. I find that to be the best chaser, too. I just think water works in place of a lot of things.
Miho, we are so alike on so many things and yet so different on so many more.
Milk
If
is
you
terrible.
were raised putting water on cereal, though, you would think it was just normal.
Of course, but does that make it
Who would even
right?
start doing
Well,
something
so-
so barbaric?
I used to eat cereal dry, and then there's some cereals that have to be kind of broken up a little bit. They're too crunchy. They're too tough on the teeth. So those are ones that I have to add a little bit of water just to kind of loosen it up a little bit without affecting the integrity of the flavor.
A little FYI, Pop-Tarts has just released a new cereal, and I got it, and it's the strawberry Pop-Tart cereal. Next level, highly recommend it. It's so good. Denny's could smell it 3 rooms away. It's that potent.
From outside his apartment.
Yes,
Oh,
that's how
wow.
good this strawberry cereal is.
Okay. But that doesn't seem like that would taste good with water.
No, it would be terrible.
Well,
with
imagine
water.
just even like eating a regular Pop-Tart, and for me, if I didn't have milk, like to me, a great Pop-Tart with a glass of milk when I was a kid, oh man, there was nothing better. But you had to have the milk to wash it all down. If I was drinking water, I'd be like, "Ugh."
Well, welcome to the conversation, Fat Kevin. Nice to have you here.
yeah. Well, I don't get it. It's honestly, and you could go in and pour it. In fact, I'd like to try it because to me, don't knock it till you tried it. I believe in that, but I just can't imagine that I would like water on cereal.
I will, during commercial break, I'll run to my place, I'll get cereal, and we can do this experiment. I've got the whole setup. I got the milk, I got the water, I got the Pop-Tart cereal.
No one's doubting you.
Do you want me to run and get my... I live right down the street, Kev. We can make greatness happen.
I don't know if it's worth putting the brakes on the entire show just to try it out. Maybe tomorrow.
All right, I get excited.
Yeah. This is going to turn into an hour-long project. By 8 o'clock, we're going to actually have water on cereal and be able to go, wow.
And then we're going to go, oh, yeah, it's not that good.
Yeah.
The cereal or the bit.
Kind of fell flat.
Yeah, somebody said I would just eat the cereal dry and I'd drink a bottle of water. That's what I normally do anyways. So you actually put water on the cereal because you feel like it needs something to soften it up?
Soften it up a little bit. But I mean, how's it any different from, I've seen people like they eat pizza and then they drink soda to wash it down. It's like the same exact thing.
That is what this country was built on, Miho.
Yeah, but oddly enough, pizza with milk is disgusting. I've tried that before and I didn't like it.
I knew somebody used to dip their crust in milk, and I was like, oh, this is they had pizza milk.
That's gross.
It's really odd, how the food drink combos work, but there's a lot to it. I mean, in the wine and beer world, it's all about pairings too, and you got to have the right thing that goes with it. It's the same thing just in the non-alcoholic snack world. Soda goes with pizza, milk goes with cereal or Pop-Tarts.
I went to school with a kid. He always had that orange high C, and he would take his tuna sandwiches and dip it in the orange high C and then eat his tuna sandwich. That's so gross. Now you have tuna orange high C.
I can't get down with tuna.
No.
That's just so repulsive.
can't-
Tuna with anything.
You can't dip that in orange high C.
Ugh.
Yeah, doesn't sound good to me. All right, on our Twitter, I'll put up a little poll and see just how prevalent is this? Because there are people going, yeah, no, I do the same thing. Don't think it's a big deal. Like, I'd never heard of anyone as a movement putting water on their cereal. That, to me, that's just, you're right, Bird. That seems baffling and not right. So we'll take that up. We'll hit that up on the KVJ Show Twitter. If you follow us, go there now to cast in your thoughts. Early voting right now on Twitter is about what I would imagine. How do you like your cereal? 79% say with milk, 16% go dry, and 5% with water. So that is about the minority I expected on that. and the initial voting. Go to KVJ Show on Twitter if you want to throw in your thoughts on that.
I'm just glad we're covering the hard-hitting issues.
Oh, that's what we do. Just wait till we get to, do you face the shower or face away from the shower? Now that's going to be a hard-hitting expose.
What if you do both?
Yeah. Got Kristen Stewart having a birthday today. She's turning 29. Cynthia Nixon, might remember as Miranda on Sex and the City, turning 53 today. And Dennis Quaid is 65. Also want to say happy 15th to Michael. That's from Mom, Dad, Patrick, and Shane.
Woohoo!
And Ellie, a junior at Olympic Heights High School, having the happiest 17th birthday from Dad, Mom, little sis Olivia, Rascal, Tweaky Trooper, and Mikey the Turtle.
Aww.
So there you go. A couple birthdays for today. Got one you want on the KVJ Show. Mail at kvjshow.com. It is music festival season here in South Florida. We got Ultra out of the way. And then you still got the Tortuga coming up this weekend and then Sunfest after that. So there you go. Festival time, baby.
It is.
Hitting all kinds of different genres, too. Yeah, doing a little bit of the country and a mix of everything this weekend for Tortuga. I know that it's primarily country music, but, they got some other acts are going to be out there as well that not necessarily country. So it's all going to be going down.
Got Kenny Chesney. Hopefully he sings his song, She Thinks My Tractor's Sexy. Oh, gosh.
That's old Kenny Chesney.
That's bad,
yeah,
Kenny
he's
Chesney.
luckily had a few good songs since that one. So
I don't want to brag, but I saw him when he was up and coming at a bar in Tallahassee.
you did?
Yeah, and it was his first hit at the time, and he played it twice during his set.
Oh, wow.
It was pretty fascinating because I did not like country music at that point.
Okay.
And then about 6 months later, I got into country music, and he was becoming a megastar.
Yeah, he's a big deal now. I think he's Sunday night going to be the headliner for that, and he's like the perfect artist for Tortuga. He does a lot of kind of beachy country.
That's right.
That's what he does.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, not so much about tractors anymore.
But thanks for keeping the 90s alive.
Yes.
That's what I'm here for, and the 80s.
Well, another big thing is going to be going down tonight. I want to make note of before it got away from me. D. Wade is going to be playing his last game in Miami.
Really?
Yes.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, it is a huge deal. Yeah, absolutely. The Heat got the Philadelphia 76ers tonight at American Airlines Arena. Now he's going to actually wrap up Wednesday at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn.
Okay.
But this will be it for his career at American Airlines Arena. And then after that, he's done. And it looks like he's probably going to be retired, not going to have any extra games after that. The Heat have about 5 scenarios that have to pan out for them to make the playoffs, and it doesn't look good. So looks like their season will come to an end tomorrow night. So and the end of D. Wade's big career. So I don't know what's more disappointing, the fact that his career is ending or that he didn't win South Florida's Best Celebrity. I know.
I'm sure he was plugged into that.
Yeah, I know there's a couple things weighing heavy on his mind.
I thought I saw him tweeting about that, how he was disappointed how he didn't win our
Went to
tournament.
Vanilla Ice, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, it crushed him. So hopefully you can recover. All right, here we go for the Sunfest tickets here today. We are going to go on ahead and start off with Jessica from Jupiter, and she can get to choose who's going to be going through the mystery box for us here. Hello, Jessica.
Hi.
Okay, who would you like to give the clues today from the mystery box?
Let's go with Kevin.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
All
very
right.
nice.
All right, new hair, it's your turn.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to try to give you like as much graphic information as I can about the mystery box here. And you can see we're going to pull that up. If you're watching KVJ TV, that will definitely give you a little bit of help there as I go through this. Got to work through the microphones, try to figure out what it is. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. You know what? I don't know that I can do this, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody-
Can you go with Virginia or Jay? Just 'cause I'm saying, because if I move over here, then I can't move the phones and go through them. And
Not a problem, Ricky.
yeah.
Not a problem at all, Ricky Ralston.
Well, we can try it. It's just going to be a complete disaster. Do you want to run the controls?
you do not want that.
He does, actually.
Okay,
Don't
all right.
ask him.
Okay. All right. We'll switch it up. You get over here, Jay Bird.
He would love to have the power of pushing the buttons and working the controls. Oh, no.
I instantly feel smug.
Now you will regret this.
Okay, I know people would be like, oh, look at Kev trying to get out of
Rigging
put his
it
hand in the mystery
again.
box. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, we start at the top of the list, just so you know. So what we're going to do here is each person on that list is going to get one guess, and I'm going to try to give my best, given a description here, and then if I don't, you guys can give a clue. I'll tell you what, I smell something.
Ooh.
You're using Jason's microphone. That might be it.
Why don't you? You know what? I have the power. I'm going to do something we call turning off Virginia's microphone. Look at that. All right.
Okay. Got my hand here in the mystery box. Okay. And I'm feeling it. Okay. It is wet. And it's moist, I guess I should say. And it's chunky. It's got chunks of stuff in it. And I got to tell you, too, it is a smell like I got hit with tuna. If I were just guessing and I didn't know, I would say that I got my hands in like tuna or something of that nature, but it doesn't feel totally consistent with tuna.
Virginia, did you have any kind of hand in doing this?
I didn't.
Oh, I'm sorry. Turned off your mic. I couldn't hear you. My bad.
Okay. All right. What do you think here? Any guess what we might have in the mystery box?
Could it be cat food?
I don't know.
I have no idea what this is. It's not cat food, Denny says.
Okay,
Not
you said
cat
no?
food, okay?
Okay, it is not cat food. Okay, Jay Burr, we have to unfortunately move on to our next guest here today, but we can give a little bit of a clue. If you can let somebody here that's not me know what it is, Denny, so we can give a clue as to what this item is. Because I would have said cat food. It smells like cat food, and it feels like cat food.
We've got Nick from Jupiter here. Nick, are you on the line with us?
I'm here. How's it going?
Yes, sir. Okay.
Look at this guy over here.
Yeah.
All right.
Nick in the house.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so yeah, as far as clues, there are chunks in it. I'm running my hands. Okay, yeah, no, the nuggets themselves are harder. Like I tried to squeeze them like if it was tuna fish. You know, tuna would kind of like crumble a little bit in your hands. As I'm squeezing this, it definitely smells like tuna, though. Cat food is what I would have guessed. Can you let somebody know so they can give a clue to our next caller?
Because I'm looking at it, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah,
So-
give us one clue.
So it is a hard item and a soft item combined to make one item.
Okay, so this is a Denny's creation. Is that what you're telling us? Okay, this is Denny's. So if it sucks, Kevin, it's Denny's fault.
Okay, so it's a hard item and a soft item. Is my smell helping me out, or is it throwing everybody off?
You're in the realm.
I'm in the realm.
It looks disgusting.
Hard item with a soft item, and it smells like it's a tuna fish, and it's not. Cat food was the first guess.
Virginia, do you have any idea what this is?
I do.
Oh man, your microphone keeps going out. What's happening? I'm sorry. What were you saying? I'm sorry. Stop throwing things at me. What was your guess? Don't throw scissors at me.
Catch 'em.
No. Oh my gosh. She threw scissors at me, Kevin.
I saw that.
That's got to be against some kind of human resource law.
I'll go.
Probably.
Get out of here.
Do you have a guess for us?
I do. I'm gonna say if it's close to cat, I'm gonna say like cat vomit, like cat puke.
Ooh, cat vomit.
Cat vomit.
Last
That is a
week,
good guess.
last week was cat poop, so I
Yeah,
don't.
we got a lot of cat themes around here.
Yeah, we do.
That would be a pattern.
Denny's, you're saying it's not?
No, it's not all going to be cat themed with these.
Okay.
I mean, I'm looking at it, Kevin, and I have no idea what this is.
Really?
Yes.
So even if you're watching on KVJ TV, this is not going to be helping you out.
It just looks gross. It's all I can. I mean, it looks like every. I don't know what I can say. I don't want to give it away. Although,
Okay, move on to the next caller. I'll let you, because I know you can see it a little bit over there.
Mark, is this you? Mark. Mark. Hey.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, man, you're here.
Yes. Yes, KVJ.
Okay, what do you?
What is your visual description of it, Jaber? Like, what color are we looking at here in the mystery box?
It looks like it is white. It looks like it is brownish, but the white overwhelms the brown. It looks a lot like what you have said in the past. It's a creamy type of substance.
Okay, so it's not cat food. It's not. Did anyone say tuna fish yet? No one said tuna fish?
No one said tuna?
No one's actually
No.
gone with the tuna. So we've said what? Cat food? Cat barf? And yeah, so nobody's actually gone with the Toonie. I'm not trying to, persuade him to go with this. Especially, I'd feel guilty if he used his guess on a
Virginia,
wrong
am I
answer.
describing that right?
You're doing a great.
Well, I'm sorry. Dang it. Oh! Ow! She just hit me in my head.
Oh, it's with a police coin. Okay.
Why do you laugh like an 80s rapper?
Do we have a guess?
All right. Let's say creamy tuna fish.
Because you
I
said
don't know.
All right, that's a great guess.
Yeah, that sounds great to me.
okay, creamy tuna fish, Denny's.
Creamy tuna fish and crackers.
Yeah,
Is it really?
You got it.
All right, very nice. Give it up. What was his name, Jaybird?
All right.
Jake? Is this Jake? Is this you? Where's my list?
Marcus.
Marcus. Marcus?
Mark and the Pizzle in
Oh.
CSL.
Okay. All right. Don't yell at me, sir.
All right, let me get back over here. Get back to my realm. I fell out of sorts. Okay, well, congratulations, Mark and the Pizzle. We're going to hook you up with tickets to Sunfest, okay, my man?
Appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
Okay, very nice. So it's creamy tuna and crackers is what that was, Denny's.
That was a popular snack.
Okay.
It did smell pungent.
Boy.
Because I knew the cat theme last time, it would kind of throw you guys off. Because I figured you guys would anticipate cat food next.
Yeah, it felt like I really kind of thought it was cat vomit. I was like, this is probably going to be where everything disgusting that comes out of a cat is what the mystery box is going to be.
I got something. If I'm in charge of it next week, I got something that it's what nightmares are made of. If you let me in charge of the mystery box. Now, if you don't want me to do that, I'll play your games. But I got something that will rock your mind.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. If you want to go down that road.
I don't know. You scare me. Because anytime I give him full power to just like plow through, I'm like going, I don't know if that was the right move.
Power?
You are mad with power.
Oh, I know.
He's just mad. Coming up here in just a couple minutes for headphone karaoke today, we're going to do something a little bit different, and we're going to make it a little bit more challenging. We've actually, of all the different ways we've done headphone karaoke, have never done this. Now, we have done Know the Lyrics karaoke, and we've also done headphone karaoke, but this is going to be our disadvantaged duets today. Now, headphone karaoke is when you have to listen to the song really loud in your headphones. You have the lyrics in front of you, but you can't hear your voice at all, and you just pray you're hitting the notes, but you have no idea.
It's really hard.
It is very hard, because if you get the wrong pitch and you start off on the wrong pitch, you're just like, I'm hoping I'm in the right. You just hope you're in the groove.
Yeah, I mean, hearing it really is very important.
If you're not in the groove, boy, you are in some trouble. And the other way that we do it is we start playing a song that you would think you would know, but you don't have the lyrics in front of you, so you got to make it work. So what we're going to do is a little combination today. We're going to take one person who's going to be strapped up with headphone karaoke rules with the headphones on and the lyrics. The other person is not going to have the lyrics and they'll be able to hear. So they have to feed off the person who's doing the headphone karaoke version first and then try to fill in the blanks.
Oh, if you don't know the words to something and
Yeah.
you hear the real words, it screws you up so bad.
So one person might be on pitch, but they'll have no clue what the lyrics are. The other person's going to know the lyrics, but won't know if they're on pitch.
There's no way either performance will be good.
You're right.
Yeah. So for the duets, what we're going to do here is going to have Jaybird. He's going to draw out who his partner is going to be. We'll find out. We got a couple songs, some classic duets ready to try to belt out here. Okay, so what are we going with? Jaybird, your partner is going to be...
Mijo, Denny's.
Oh, look
Okay.
at this.
The boys are back.
Okay. And what song did you have a hankering for that you think you're going to do today?
What were our choices? It was
You can pull it out if you need to.
the one that you want. I want the Grease one.
You do? Okay.
Yeah, the one that you want.
Okay. The one-
And I did not grab it.
Yeah, we'll just give that to you.
All right,
that's
cool.
not a problem.
And then the other one is Dirty Dancing. I've had the time of my life. Two classic duets here.
Okay, so Virginia and I are doing I've Had the Time of My Life, and you are doing the one that I want.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, man. I don't.
I hope he doesn't get the lyrics because he's already butchered the title of the song.
I'll do it without lyrics. I ain't scared.
And Kevin, you just let me know if you want me to see them sing the men part, because I do have a lower voice than you. We can
Right.
switch. I can be the man, you can be the girl.
Well, I think what our teams need to figure out right now is who thinks they know the song better, knows the lyrics.
Okay. I definitely know the lyrics better than you.
Okay, then I got to go headphone karaoke, and you got to go without the lyrics.
I think Denny's knows the lyrics. I don't know. I don't want to read the lyrics.
You don't want to read the lyrics.
I want to just go on feel. I think I'll do better with that.
Okay.
Reading the lyrics and trying to sing, it screws me up.
Okay, well, we'll see how this works. Headphone karaoke, the disadvantaged duets version, is coming up next. All right, we're going to shake it up, try a little something different here today with our headphone karaoke. Now, typically with headphone karaoke, you've got somebody that is strapped onto headphones with the music playing really loud. They've got the lyrics in their hands, but they can't hear their voice, so you have no idea if you're on key or not. Now, we're going to take that concept and put it with the other headphone style that we do, headphone karaoke, where you don't get the lyrics. So one person is going to be able to hear their voice but not have the lyrics, be flying blind that way. The other person is going to have the lyrics but can't hear their voice. So maybe we'll find out, too, what is more distracting and tougher to do as we do headphone karaoke, disadvantaged duets. Myself and Virginia are going to be pairing up here today doing I've Had the Time of My Life. And Jaybird and Denny's are going to be doing You're the One That I Want from the Grease soundtrack.
I don't think we know that song as well as we thought we did.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know the words.
Okay, now on our version here, Virginia and I am going to have the headphones on, so I should be the one that's not necessarily on key. Virginia's going to be the one that doesn't have the lyrics.
Okay.
So what we're going to do here is we go line for line so that if the one person just doesn't know the lyrics and is blowing it, the other person hopefully is kind of steering them back on page.
This will be a lot of lip reading for you.
Yeah,
To see where I am.
Do you want to record this in the Vox Pro so you have a clip?
that's a great idea. Okay. All right. I've had the time of my life. Are you ready, Virginia?
I am so ready.
I've had the time of my life.
You started.
Got honey in your voice
Yeah.
today.
Oh, I don't know. It's the first time I cleared it all day. Okay, here we go. Anytime Danny's fired up. I had the time of my life.
No, I never felt like this before.
If I swear it's the truth.
And I owe it all to you.
'Cause I had the time of my life.
And I owe it all to you.
It's tough when it goes guy to girl, man. I've been waiting here so long.
Now I finally found someone who stand by me.
We saw the writing on the wall as we felt this magical fantasy.
Just remember, you're the one thing. I'm singing the wrong part.
Okay. So we take each other's hand because we seem to understand the urgency.
Just remember, you're the one thing I can't get enough of. And I'll tell you something.
This could be love because
I had the time of my life.
Okay. I saw her lips and she wasn't even close.
I'm not even
you
kidding
were.
you.
Oh,
Y'all make a man want to go grab a beer and start drinking. I feel like I'm at karaoke.
oh man.
Sorry, I bounced around on you.
Even though that was so terrible, it was very enjoyable.
Okay.
Like it was a charming terrible.
Yeah, that was fun.
Thank you.
I loved it.
Okay.
Sorry, Kev.
Dennis, you got our work cut out.
I know.
Yeah, I was over there and I saw your lips moving like her lips shouldn't be moving.
She's not doing it right.
There were
like-
parts that were a train wreck. but
Shut up.
I think it worked somehow. I don't know.
All right. Well, let's see how y'all do. We're doing the
charming
headphone
trainer.
karaoke disadvantaged duets. Now, what we've got here is Denny's is going to be listening to the music. He won't know if he's on pitch or not. He's got the lyrics. Jaybird has got to work off of that. Jaybird can hear his voice, but he won't have the lyrics. Okay. All right, whenever y'all are ready.
Y'all
here.
ready for this?
Y'all ready for
I
this?
like it, Denny's. Get him hyped, Denny's.
That's your hype guy.
Chills, they're multiplying.
And I'm losing control.
'Cause the power you're supplying.
It's electrifying.
You better shape up. 'Cause I need a man. Jaybird.
Someone who shares my point of view.
Oh, that ain't right.
Better shape up. Better understand.
Lucky in love, drinking Mountain Dew. Lucky in love with me and you. You're the one that I
You're the
want.
one that I want.
Baby, the one that I want. Baby, 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 you're the one that I want. You're the one that I want now. Yes, indeed. He's smoking weed.
Okay, all right.
so
There
loud.
you go. All right. That's not too bad. You guys are kind of in sync there.
That was not
I
good.
could not tell what part you're on
I
at
couldn't
all.
tell what you were doing either.
That is tricky.
I had no
is.
idea what was going on.
When you try to sing the same part together and you have no idea what the lyrics are, it's kind of like that fun game where you try to say everything that person is going to say.
Yeah, damn.
Yeah.
Two
See?
DJs, one brain.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Worst performance.
It's me and Denny's.
I don't know.
I don't know, man.
That was fun.
Okay.
That's fun.
Your comments and your vote, 877-979-WRMF.
It's the KVJ dirt of the day. It's the KVJ dirt of the day. Virginia, take it away, cause you know we need that dirt of the day.
Yeah, I guess the biggest story out there today is Felicity Huffman and Lori Loughlin. Who's going to do jail time? Looks like both of these ladies will do jail time with their plea deals. I'll give you all the details coming up in just a second. Before we get into that, Jenna Bush had her first moments on Good Morning America. You know, they did that little after show thing where now she's joined by Hoda Kotb.
Oh, yeah. That's
She took
right.
Kathy Lee's place.
It went about as smooth as me and Denny's headphone karaoke.
Oh, really?
It did not start off well for Jenna Bush.
Uh-oh.
From NBC News, this is Today with Hoda Kotb and Jenna Bush Hager. Live from Studio 1A in Rockefeller Plaza.
Jenna, it is day one for Jenna Bush Hager.
Now, was that editing or was that how it was going off?
That's how it was going off.
Okay.
I'm so excited, Jenna. I can't tell you. We've been trying to figure out what our little pregame
Yes.
is going to be, and I think we figured it out just now in the makeup room 2 seconds ago.
Do you remember it?
Yeah.
Okay, ready?
1, 2, 3. Let's go, y'all!
I thought it was let's do this, y'all.
Let's do this, y'all. Let's try again.
Wait, this could be, let's
Let's
Okay,
do
ready?
this, y'all.
Let's go.
Let's go, y'all.
Okay, ready?
1, 2, 3. Let's go, y'all!
Why does everyone sound so
There's
confused?
like three people clapping. They're so confused. Isn't that awesome?
Oh, man.
The audience they were clearly confused. There was three people kind of clapping.
And those people are paid to be supportive. Yeah, so that was the start of, I guess, the next generation of that show. So there you go.
Okay.
Sharon Osbourne is talking details about a surgery that Ozzy had to have. I guess he fell and he was like going to the bathroom in the middle of the night.
Uh-oh.
Had to put screws in his neck and shoulders because of the whole thing. Now, it sounds like Ozzy had to be hospitalized again for respiratory infections and pneumonia. And last month underwent that surgery again. So Ozzy is not in great health right now.
No, he's really struggled.
I don't know if he's going to be coming back anytime soon at all. And finally here, Felicity Huffman is going to take that plea deal. It sounds like with that plea deal, she is going to have to do a little bit of jail time. She's pled guilty and admitted that she did have a play in all of this thing with her daughter. She says her daughter knew nothing about the whole thing and says that it was her idea and her following through with the plan. They say she'll probably get 4 months, which will be reduced because of the overcrowding in the prisons. But Lori Loughlin will get a minimum of 2 years if she takes a plea deal, because what she did, they say, was much worse.
Well, she spent a ton of money, and she should maybe not go walking into court like it's a red carpet event, taking pictures, signing autographs, smiling. I mean, that rubs people the wrong way. It looks like she's at a red carpet event.
It did look like she was having a great time.
When I first originally read it, I thought she was just caught smiling for a second. Oh, no. She was signing autographs.
Living it up, huh?
She really was.
Okay.
Hey. So, yeah, stay tuned. It sounds like Felicity's deal may be done. I don't know when she's going to turn herself in. Lori's deal, not done, but her jail time, minimum 2 years.
I'm sure she's going to be, she's not going to be sharing a cell with a guy or a woman named Bones. It's going to be a pretty, right? Like a Martha Stewart prison.
It's probably going to be a Martha Stewart prison, yeah. And that's what's going on in your Dirt of the Day. Brought to you by the Joe DiMaggio Children's Hospital Kids World Family Fun Fest. It's coming up April 27th and 28th. Get your kids' free ticket at adayforkids.com.
All righty, here we go. The editors out there today making their side comments. People saying, Virginia, it's Lori Loughlin, not Loughlin.
Yeah, you're really...
Oh, my gosh, it's got people so upset here today.
And quit emailing me about what Virginia says. I don't... Stop it.
Is that how you say it? I'm sorry.
Loughlin.
Loughlin.
I thought this was the Dirt of the Day.
Lough looks like Lachlan to me, but I know.
Apparently not much.
From now on, I'll just call her Aunt Becky. How about that?
Aunt Becky works for everybody.
Why don't you kiss my ass while you're at it?
All right, Mama, take it easy.
Yeah, and Virginia, it's the Today Show, not Good Morning America.
Wow. Oh, it is. You're right. Sorry.
Wow. There's a lot of critics out there.
I thought you did the dirt.
Yeah, and that's not even getting to the really nasty stuff about her singing. I mean, my goodness. Wow, yeah. It doesn't seem like anybody really enjoyed either performance a lot.
It was terrible.
It's very tough.
That's actually very hard to do.
Yes, so there's a lot of stuff. People were disappointed Virginia and I did not do the lift. They thought that she should have lifted me at the end, and I agree. That would have been the right move. So, yeah, we blew it in many ways.
It's never too late.
Yeah, the voting actually is pretty even, though, for who was worse.
We were rough.
Seem to be seeing both of them going here. Here's a little bit of Virginia and I again doing Time of Your Life.
You're the one thing I can't get enough of. Can I tell you something?
This could be love
because I had the time of my life.
Oh, man. I mean, that was great. That was great.
Virginia is literally over here rocking out to her own voice.
Yes, you are.
She's bobbing her head to that.
Yeah. Feeling it.
The sweet spot.
Jay Bird and Denny's doing The One That I Want.
Better shape up. Better understand.
Lucky in love, drinking Mountain Dew. Lucky in love with me and you. You're the one that I want.
You're the one that I want.
Honey, you're the one I need. Baby, baby.
Oh, boy.
Baby, you're the
one that I want.
You're the one that I want now. Yes, indeed.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, boy. All right. Maybe I have to post that up on the website, see what's
the
worse on
website's
the vote.
website's going to throw it back.
Yeah. Just throw it right up. kvjshow.com. We'll get that posted up here in a little bit. See who had the worst performance today in the headphone to karaoke. Coming up here in just a couple of minutes. Well, Kim and I have moved into a different direction in our relationship.
Oh, yes?
Oh, yes.
She's finally telling everybody she's the beard.
Yes.
You got a beard,
could be, yeah.
but she's been one for years. Good.
All right. That could be it. I don't know, Virginia. Maybe she just ruined the surprise.
I'm edge of my seat over here.
What could it possibly be? Well, myself and the Mexican Queen have made a change in our relationship. People are jumping the gun and thinking that we have decided to become swingers. That's the number one guess.
Oh,
I'm voting for swingers.
That inner beast finally is released.
Yes, that's what people are thinking is going on. It's not to that level, but it is something that I would tell you for a lot of relationships. If you came in here and you started talking about it and said, "Oh, they decided to make that move," I don't know. Beginning of the end, bad move for the relationship.
What?
I am so intrigued by this.
Yes, well, it is a move that, on the surface, it might look bad. I would argue maybe it's a good thing. Kim has started sleeping in another room. She does not sleep in the same room as me. She has moved out during the week. She sleeps in another room, and it's because I wake up at 3 in the morning and I try to, get ready in the dark and things like that. But I don't know what's happened to her. She sleeps so light now. In fact, she comes in on the weekends to sleep in the room with me in the same bedroom. And she was all upset with me because I had to get up. I'm getting a little bit older as a dude. And one thing as a dude, you're talking about Ozzy getting up in the middle of the night to go pee. We got to get up in the middle of the night to go pee. I hate it. Trust me, I don't love it. But I can't fall back asleep.
You got old man bladder.
I do. When I wake up and I'm like going, okay, I got to go to the bathroom or else I'm just going to lay there like, nope, still got to pee. Like, it's just not going to happen.
It could be worse. You could get up 3 times a night to go poop. That's worse.
Yeah, at least you're getting up and going to the bathroom. I mean, you could pee on her. That'd be worse.
No, we actually had a discussion. At first, I thought she was kidding, and then the more we had it, I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. She's like, get an adult diaper. And just
what?
I'm like, I'm not getting an adult diaper. She's like, what's wrong with that? I'm like, what? Everything.
She
I'm
was
like,
kidding.
No, I don't know. Like I said, with my wife, sometimes I don't really know, and I think she would have preferred me just to start peeing myself at night.
I don't think it's a bad thing sometimes to sleep in separate rooms. If you've got sleep issues and there's different schedules, I mean, that's the reality for me. I don't know if I can consistently sleep in the same bed with somebody just because I'm such a freak with my sleep patterns.
Well, I saw this today, and I've kind of been like, I don't know if I should say it. It's like, 'cause I think other times myself, I've heard that story, and I'm like going, oh boy, losing the intimacy, the beginning of the end, blah, blah, blah.
You didn't have any intimacy.
You're right. I had nothing to lose. 30% of couples say they would rather sleep separately from their partner is where they are now. And I got to tell you, since she has moved out of our room during the week, I actually love it. I get up in the morning. First of all, I can get up and pee and not have to worry about hearing it the next day. But hey, you woke me up twice last night. Why do you pee so much? And then on top of it, I can get ready. I can
turn on a light.
Yeah, I can turn on a light. I can coif out my hair. Which I need some coiffing now. I didn't used to have to coif hair because I didn't have any. And so there's a lot of things about it that I like. I can make the bed. I feel like everything is good and in its place. And I walk off and I leave and I'm like, this is the best thing ever. And if she wanted to try to move back in, I don't know if I'd like it. I'm like, no, I don't know. I think I kind of like you sleep in another room.
Some people take it personal. I was with somebody before where I would just tell her, go, hey, we can snuggle right to we can cuddle, do all that stuff. As soon as you start falling asleep and going under, I'm going to go on the couch or I'm going to go do something else downstairs. And took it very personal, and it's not like you're doing that on purpose. I think if you're up front with somebody and say, look, I just got weird sleep patterns, I think that should be cool. Would you be offended?
No, I would much rather somebody get up and go to the sofa or to a different bed than to wake me up in the middle of the night. Panda does that if he's not feeling good or if Rocco's sick. We do that. Like Panda will go sleep in the guest room or I'll go sleep in the guest room, whoever's not feeling well, because if you're going to wake up the other person for whatever reason, it's not cool.
Yeah, don't make someone feel bad because they can't sleep at the same time as you do. Some people just can't go to bed like that.
Yeah, it's really gotten me to rethink it because I think before it all kind of happened and before I was in that situation, I'd have been like going, that's a sign of maybe a relationship that could be in trouble if they just don't feel like, because to me it was like you just gut it out.
Well, you're in trouble if you're going to separate bedrooms because you loathe each other.
Right.
That's it. You guys are doing it. You guys talked about it. There's communication there.
Yeah. And she still might be going to the other room because she does loathe me, but still, I think at least for me, there is an advantage here in that I can get up and do my thing. And a lot of people are texting in saying, yeah, my boyfriend and I sleep in separate rooms 85% of the time, and I think it makes our relationship even stronger. Don't worry, Kev. So
yeah, I agree with that comment.
Or if you're in the room and you notice it is a problem, maybe you should have a discussion and say, hey, maybe we should consider sleeping in separate rooms. 30% of couples would want to do it, and maybe more should.
I mean, do couples go to bed together? Like, for example, it'll be 10 o'clock at night. Okay, babe, we got to go to bed. And they both go to bed together. Is that a common, normal thing? Because I wouldn't be able to do that, to go to bed like that when someone's telling me to do that. We have to have this time.
We do, but I usually fall asleep first, and Panda will stay up and watch TV.
That doesn't annoy you?
No.
Yeah, but I mean, if it would, then I think that might be something where you say, hey, look, you've got your thing that gets you to sleep well. And what's important is getting good sleep.
Right.
We're going into a place
that is the
yeah.
most important thing.
Right.
Nothing else matters. Your feelings, the fact that you want to cuddle, like none of that matters.
Right.
Sleep and solid sleep for both individuals is the most important thing.
We can cuddle, just when you go under, I'm going to go downstairs and make a sandwich.
And then cuddle the sandwich.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
that is your real love.
Yeah. But I think for me, it's like I had to shake off a little bit of the stigma because it would have, the thought of it would have concerned me. But now I'm like, I'm rethinking it and thinking that maybe it is the right way to go.
It's for sleep. It's for your health.
Yeah.
It's not for disconnecting.
Yeah. Jackie's on here from Loxahatchee. You say that your parents have done it and it's been good for them, huh?
Yeah, they've been doing it for, I want to say, over a year, and it started with my mom waking my dad up because his snoring was too loud, or
Yeah.
she'd move in the bed and it'd just wake her up.
Mhm.
And she, like your wife is, she just became a super, sonic hearing person. No one can even walk around her when she's sleeping, so it just became, easier for the both of them to just sleep in separate rooms, especially because my dad, he will fall asleep, later than she does.
Yeah.
So it just worked out for the best. And, they still love each other. They still,
Yeah,
they're still
and I think
married,
that's
they're still
important.
couples.
You still do when you're outside, when you're waking in the bedroom and outside and during the day, you still need to have some affection and stuff like that. But I wonder if this is something that happens to adults as they get older. Guys become more loud, they snore, and women become lighter sleepers. So I remember my
Maybe.
grandparents slept in separate rooms because he was a snorer and she was a light sleeper.
Growing up, my friend, her mom and dad, they slept in separate rooms, and I always thought it was so weird. But
Right.
I mean, if sleep is the most important thing, then
Yeah.
you got to do whatever you can to preserve it.
Yep, got to do what you got to do. Now people are saying, all right, next step, Kev, when are you going to start swinging? So there you go, one thing at a time.
You don't have the right temperament for the trade, my man.
No, I don't. No.
Yeah, you're not tough enough.
No, I'm not tough enough. I couldn't make it. Guys can be dumb. We do dumb things. When we do you dump us or not?
It depends on how dumb it was.
Okay. How dumb was Allie's boyfriend? This is a makeup or breakup type situation here. So what did your dumb boyfriend do, Allie?
My boyfriend is so dumb and stupid and careless that he didn't lock his apartment door, so I was able to walk right in and catch him completely going to town on himself.
Ooh, that's rough.
Oh, how rough is it? I mean, it's natural.
It's
It
embarrassing.
gets worse.
Okay.
So I don't have to tell you what was in one hand, but in the other hand, he had his cell phone, and it was open to a picture of my good friend in her bikini. We had just seen her over the weekend, and he had taken a picture of her in her bikini.
Wait, what? He took a picture of her?
Yes, and he was looking at it, so he was obviously checking her out, and then I guess working off some sort of attraction that he had, and I guess he thought I wouldn't find out, but he's so dumb, so I know now.
I don't think this is a big deal.
Not a big deal?
Taking a picture of her friend, and then did your friend know that he took the picture?
I honestly, I don't know. She's not looking at him, so I would guess not. What a weird thing to do. Why would you take a picture of my friend in a bikini? We've been together 8 months. Come on.
You mean to tell me,
Okay.
Virginia, you walk into Panda, and he is looking at a picture that he took of one of your friends, the hot ones, and he's going to town. You're not mad about that at all?
I mean, no.
Really? Okay.
He probably goes on Facebook and does the same thing.
I don't know. It's different. You're taking the picture and then you're looking. I don't know, man. You got to be careful and hide that stuff.
How long you been with this guy, Allie?
We've been together about 8 months, and honestly, everything else is great.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just thinking about if I was dating somebody and I came home and she is going to town
on a picture of Kevin,
I would be so devastated. I'm like, I got to get new hair. But I would be bothered
He
by
comes in
that.
here with my hair.
I wouldn't like it. Well, imagine the Queen. You walk in, the Queen's looking at Denny's or me. You'd be like, what the hell's going on?
Well,
here?
that's what I think it is. You know, if guys will do stuff and they will use, props and things like that. And I don't think it's as big of a deal if it's just random person on website I went to.
But it's fantasy, and you can't help what creeps in your mind.
Yeah, but this is close, and you're talking about a good girlfriend and somebody you had just seen, and you're out together, and he's snapping photos while she's in her bikini.
It's
and now,
attainable. It's not just fantasy.
Right.
This is an attainable thing you're going through.
Right, and this is what he's using is his spank bank, kind of thing. That's what he's got.
I'm just being honest. As a human over here, I would be internally jealous and crushed if I walked in on that. It's one thing watching a stranger, but one of my boys, and you're going to town on that. I'd have a tough time with this.
Well, it was Kevin in a bikini. She couldn't help herself.
You're right.
Kevin
I
in
look
a
great in
Speedo.
bikini. Yeah. Would you stay with somebody, Jay Bird, if this were reversed and somehow you found out that, yes, one of your good friends, your girl had, and you caught her, she was using that as her material to get herself hot and bothered?
Walsh Pennington, I'm out.
And Virginia, to you, this is
It's
not
so
even
weird with you.
not even
You
a
get
big
mad
deal.
at the dumbest things, and then this is something you're like, go to town. Think of all
Go
my
for
friends.
it, huh?
I'm sorry. I'm crazy. What do you want from me?
So you walk in, Panda, with you think about your hottest, best girlfriend, and he's just like, oh, yeah.
I'd be kind of surprised if you told me he hasn't.
No, but here's the difference, though.
Okay.
This is where he took a picture.
Right.
She doesn't know
It's on
he
his phone.
took
It's
the
what
pic-
he uses.
It's what he's. Yeah,
when he wants to get himself in the mood, he dials up that photo of her.
It's different than Facebook.
I get you. I see what you're saying.
Not that I'm thrilled that you're going to Facebook and looking at my friends, but it's at least better.
I do see what you're saying. Him being the photographer does make it a slightly more creepy, but I mean, I got so many other things to be worried about.
That's right. Mama's got a pool to put in. That's what she's really pissed off
I'm busy over here.
I can't
You
worry.
go play with yourself.
My hands are full, too. Okay, is that a makeup or a breakup for you? I'm just curious if most women are like Virginia and be like, it's not a big deal at all. Go ahead. Snap a photo of my girlfriend in a bikini and then go home and whack it to her.
Is this one of those segments where Virginia's the dude and I'm the girl and everyone starts making fun of me?
Pretty much.
You're too sensitive, Bird.
Maybe. I guess we'll find out. 877-979-WRMF. You can call or text us, 877-979-9763 here at the KVJ Show.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
Yeah. Don't know if you'll find this shocking or not, but one of the interesting mugshots I saw today is of a 51-year-old guy whose entire face is tattooed, including spooky skull-like teeth. He just got out of prison, but apparently pretty much as soon as he did, they fingered him for another murder and a 2001 killing in the Tampa Bay area. So, yeah. I imagine that guy actually does pretty well in prison, though. I mean, he just looks like the kind of guy when he walks in, he just, he can command respect.
Some people thrive in prison, man.
Yeah. That just might be his thing.
Like Denny's, if Denny's was doing life, he would be okay.
You said he has skull tattoos on his teeth?
His entire face is a skull. It's a tattoo of a skull over his regular skin, and then he's got like the sharp teeth like around like where his lips are. Yeah.
Horrifying.
Yeah, he's very. Yeah.
What's scary about
It's unsettling.
I don't even want to come look at the picture. Normally, I'm like, oh, let me go look and see.
It won for mugshot of the day.
You are at a different level.
Yeah.
That might be mugshot of the year.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I kind of like the guy with the blonde hair with the brown beard. You ever seen that? He looked like a plastic Barbie Ken doll.
Yes.
That was kind of impressive. Well, here's a fun little story. A 25-year-old Jordan Castro with 27-year-old Jessica Williams. They're all getting all hammered at the Twisted Tuna there in Port Salerno last month.
Woohoo.
Having a good old time.
Yeah, twist it.
But then around 1 a.m., Jordan decided he wanted to fight a bunch of people in the parking lot.
It happens.
He wound up punching a valet in the face. They subdued Jordan, but as he freed himself, he tried to stand up and did not have the equilibrium and balance, so he fell forward and landed right on his face.
Oh, no.
If it's not crazy and chaotic enough, that's when Jessica out-trumped him with the most confusing move of the night. For whatever reason, she then went over and grabbed Jordan by the hair and started slamming his face into her crotch.
Interesting move. You don't see that in the WWE that much anymore.
Nobody was okay. I didn't see that one coming. I don't know
Why? Did she know him?
I think they were together.
They were together. Okay,
yeah,
okay.
But why she chose to do that move at that time?
Huh.
Look, we all have a finishing move. Maybe that's her finishing move.
Smelling salts.
Hey, wake up. This should do it. If this doesn't wake up, nothing will.
It's a nice way to wake up if you're a red-blooded American man.
Maybe, but I don't know. Maybe not.
It may not be always so nice
Lord.
to wake up
Oh,
to.
good Lord.
Yeah, can I see a picture of Jessica? I'll let you know.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, maybe that's her thing. He passes out, and that's how she wakes him up. I don't know.
Honey, wake up.
Well, there's a guy from Minnesota that was in Vegas last week and placed a crazy $100 parlay bet. The only problem is he's completely blackout drunk.
Oh.
But maybe this is a lesson to all of us. When you're blackout drunk, go gamble. Because when he woke up, he didn't even remember placing the bet, but he found out he won $26,000.
Holy moly.
Right.
Good morning.
How about that? I did what? I won. Wait, what? How about that for a successful Vegas story?
That's awesome.
You don't get many of those. There's a lot more Vegas stories on the other end of the spectrum. That's a rarity.
You ain't lying.
There's a guy in Alabama who's flapping his arms like a bird. Cops are like, maybe I should go talk to that guy. Yeah, what you doing? The guy all of a sudden whipped out a flashlight, hit the cop several times in the head.
You can't do that, dude.
No, you can't do that. No, cannot do that. The cop luckily is going to be okay, and the bird is now behind bars and in a cage. I don't know what was going on there. We
You
didn't get an answer
can
on
cage
that.
this bird.
Yeah, you can definitely cage that bird, yeah. Somebody in Connecticut poured 25 gallons of gasoline on a baseball diamond just trying to dry it out. Anybody who's ever played the sport, softball, baseball, a lot of times it's very tough to, get the water off the field, especially here in South Florida. You're always dealing with all these kind of delays, Virginia.
But fire?
Yeah, he thought he would just kind of evaporate the water off the field. Unfortunately, pouring the gasoline on it, boom, caused a pretty good explosion. And not to mention, too, it kind of tainted the dirt. You can't have kids go out there diving around in gas. Yeah, they're estimating about $50,000 worth of damage.
Whoa.
On the field. They're going to have to completely redo the entire field.
At that point, just make a whole new field.
Did anybody see him do this? Did no one try to stop
Yeah,
him?
about 50 to 70 witnesses just watched him. Okay, he's pouring gas on the field.
Is he doing what I think? Should somebody stop him?
No, nobody decided to stop him.
This is when you gotta see something, say something, people.
Yeah.
You're probably so confused and you don't want to jump the gun. You're like, surely he's not about to light the field on. Oh, yeah, he is.
He seems to know what he's doing.
Yeah, that's actually exactly what he's doing. Now tell me, is this fair or is this foul here? If you've got a young boy, you've probably had this same situation happen. Brooke Johns was driving in Augusta, Georgia, and her 3-year-old son's like, oh, I really gotta pee, pull over.
It happens.
Yeah. So you got a 3-year-old boy, you know about this, Virginia.
Absolutely. He loves to go in the yard. Sometimes he can't make it in the house.
Yeah, I know. That's exactly it. I've got a 10-year-old boy. He's still sometimes like going, dude, you're like, you can't pee. No, don't stop. She pulls into the gas station parking lot, and she's like, he's not going to make it to the restroom. I can't pick him up and carry him. I'm 34 weeks pregnant. So she's like, just go. Does. Kid whips it out, pees right there in the parking lot of the gas station. Sheriff's deputy sees it. Woo! Arrests the mother. Yes, and charges her with disorderly conduct.
What?
Now she's facing up to 60 days in jail and a $5,000 fine.
Did she get unruly when he came over and tried to...
If she did, it's not listed in the story on CNN.
I mean, that's a little intense for
She plans on fighting it. It seems very intense to me, does it not?
a pregnant mom that's with a 3-year-old. 3-year-olds have a tough time, and sometimes they have to just go wherever you are. And we know it's not it's not the best situation, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do so you don't get pee all over the SUV inside.
Yeah, I hear you. It seems a little foul to me. I'm just like, okay, wait a minute. You must not have a young boy.
This cop is obviously not a parent.
Right.
Obviously. Zero sympathy.
Probably flat top, you think?
Definitely had a flat top. Definitely his wife left him. Definitely he's got a small penis too.
Well, I don't think you need to attack a person's genitals. I don't think that's very fair, and it doesn't make a man.
Well, I'm sorry. I don't like it when people are mean to pregnant women.
I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you, but you don't need to go after a
She's creating life and trying to wrangle a 3-year-old. Really? That's the one you go after?
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Well, if things weren't crazy enough at the ball diamond with people trying to light it on fire, you then have a referee get attacked by a coach. This happened in Kentucky. A 61-year-old basketball referee had his collarbone broken and he suffered severe facial injuries in a brutal attack from a coach at a youth game. Apparently, he made a call that the 40-year-old coach disagreed with. The ref was walking away from the argument when the coach attacked him. He's got brain bleed, damage to his right eye, taken to a local hospital while the coach was arrested for assault.
Terrible. That coach needs to go to jail for a long time. You can't act a fool at these youth games. What are you doing?
That's absolutely insane, isn't it?
Yes, it's absolutely insane.
Well, you could be mad about a call, but you don't hit a guy who's in his 60s.
There's another one where the umpire or the referee's walking away and gets blindsided by somebody who punches him right in the back of the head. You see the ref fall over, had no idea it was even coming because the dad thought the ref made the wrong call.
Wow.
Yes. A lot of chaos going on in little kids' sports, isn't there? The field's on fire. Well, oh my gosh,
The
wait.
field's on fire. Fisticuffs.
It was the reason why I got out of it. Too many crazy parents. They were insane, Virginia.
Sucker punches.
But if you're looking for a place where you can find some entertainment.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Now I like to go and just get drunk and heckle the coaches.
All right, well, trying to answer the question here for our makeup or breakup today. You walk in on your boyfriend of 8 months going to town on himself to a picture of your good friend in a bikini. How do you feel? Are you like, oh no, oh no? Well, some of the comments so far, somebody said he's got to go. There's no way in hell I stay with my boyfriend if I catch him doing that. But some other people are defending him, saying, look, grow up. You're not 15, 16, 17. You know, when you're an adult, we do things like that. We think about stuff. We find what we can.
Grow
it's nothing
up.
personal.
Grow up. He
Yes.
took a picture of your friend when she didn't know it, and then he's flogging it. No. You grow up.
Virginia, Jaybird, and Kev just don't want to tell the truth that they both used or looked at pictures of their wives or girlfriends, friends, and spanked it themselves.
That's not true, and I've never taken a picture of somebody without them knowing and then touched myself to it. That's never happened in my life. That's what happened in this scenario.
Well, it's not my fault you're boring.
Yeah. Somebody has a problem, and I think it's really the taking the picture himself without her knowing. He said, I would be devastated if I walked in on my boyfriend pleasuring himself to a picture of my friend. He had the intent the entire time. And that was just it. He took the photo bag going, we'll save that for later.
It's not like, yes.
He probably couldn't wait to get home.
People think of your friends, but they do it just with their mind. Is this low-budget Gloria Estefan we're playing? It is really busy. It's giving me kind of an
I don't know,
anxiety
Denny's.
attack.
Gloria
Okay.
Mestafon.
Oh, my
All right,
gosh.
yeah, all right.
I'm trying
Let's
to
take that
think.
one out of rotation.
Oh, my gosh. That was awful.
You gave Bird a Cuban seizure.
I started to get the lip bubble sweats.
Sorry about that. Yeah, we'll have to erase that one there, Denny. That did not match the seal of approval.
busy.
Okay, that one is goodbye. Let me see. Somebody said I would be, no way. Chill with that. That's not cool if your man or girl takes a pic of your BFF, then goes out and pleasures himself with it. No way that's okay. Hashtag Virginia's a swinger.
I'm not a swinger.
Why y'all keep getting accused of being a swinger?
I'm just not wound tight.
You are wound tight, but you're wound tight about weird issues. You are wound tight. For some reason, this doesn't bother you, which is weird to me. But something like, oh my gosh, the trash hasn't been taken out. That'll be a 20-minute rant on the air. It's bizarre.
Somebody else said, I went through the same with my boyfriend. He had pictures of my hot best friend on his phone that he had gotten from Instagram. Took about a year for me to not feel jealous anymore, but honestly, guys can be pigs and they look at other girls all the time. All that matters is that he loves you and everything else in your relationship is great.
Okay, keep telling yourself that.
As long as he's faithful to you, I mean, you can't control what his fantasies are about. And if you put fresh meat in front of a lion, he's going to lick his chops.
If you take a picture without somebody knowing in a bikini and it's your girl's best friend.
You're all hanging out together. You're all in bikinis. It's not like you're hiding in the bushes.
It's so tacky.
This is different
It's so
than
tacky.
Instagram, right? Because people are saying that's very kind of like predatory.
It
The fact
is.
he's taking the photo. If she put it on Instagram herself, it's like she's like, okay, I'm putting this up for public consumption.
Yes.
You sneak and snap the photo. That was not just because I'm wearing the bikini doesn't mean okay. You can sneak a couple photos and then go home and
It's a pervy move, and I would be. What are you doing? Nah, I don't like it. Wallace Pennington, I'm double out.
He broke up with her twice.
Twice. Yeah. It's really tight, though. I would say 60% are saying dump him, 40% are saying, it's not that big of a deal. It's really close.
I mean, if you're upset by it, talk to him. But I don't know if it's bad enough to dump him. If you knew all the things that guys think about in a day.
That's different than what this is. No one's saying men don't think about despicable, perverted things. Of course we
I
do.
guess it really comes down to him taking the photo. That seems to be the core.
What if they took a bunch of photos that day? What if that wasn't the only photo they took, and then he just zoned in on that because it creamed his Twinkie?
It for that intention.
Now you're making up these possible scenarios. What if they were on vacation in Canada together, Kev? And
Didn't she say they were all together and he took pictures when everybody was in a bikini?
No, she said that he must have taken the picture without her noticing, is what she said.
Yeah. That's apparently where they are.
I mean, I don't think it's that horrible. If you're upset by it, speak to him, but you don't break up with him.
So the anger on the fantasy about the good friend is not nearly as high as the anger is about taking the photo of the good friend without her consent in the bikini and then going home and violating yourself to it.
Of course, I think we're all naive to think that we don't think about other people. It happens. I think,
Yeah.
I'm not saying everybody does, but in your own thoughts, your own fantasies, that's one thing. When you're taking a picture, I'm sorry, I would feel so icky and weird in my stomach if I knew my girl took a picture of my friend and then she's...
Yes.
No, I would hate it so
So
much.
if it's just taking the photo off of Instagram, not a break-upable offense. The fact he took it himself and then goes home and does that to himself with that photo that he took, that is the break-upable offense. Is that the clarity that I'm getting here?
From him, not from me.
I think Walls have spoken enough. And
Walls has spoken.
Walls broke up with him twice.
Yes.
Kev, whose side are you on, me or Virginia's?
Like the one girl said, I think it would be tough because he took the photo. I think it would be tough. You'd be thinking about that a lot. And there are probably a lot of things that guys do that, yeah, we wouldn't want to volunteer, be going, yeah, you probably wouldn't be real happy I do this, but I'm a man. I've got biological needs.
Agreed.
I do things that you would probably frown upon.
So
but you've got to be better as a dude. Be like going, look, when you do these things that you're like going, okay, are a little fringy, that you really lock the door, dumbass.
Not only is he dumb with his technique and the way he approached this,
you can't get caught doing that, man.
And you can't take pictures in a chick in a bikini that's your best friend, your girl's best friend, and then you can't. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You're going to piss off majority of people, I think.
I think only, Allie knows just how much she loves this dude. If you really, really love him, he's magical in every other little way, go through it. But you're going to deal with jealousy issues like the one person said. Took about a year before I got over it. And I didn't like it. And, I looked at you differently. And, when we're intimate together, I think about it. It's a major problem for our relationship.
I'm just shocked that so many people are like, yeah, man, you could take a picture and without somebody knowing and then go do it. Like, you don't see that that's going to cause a problem?
Yeah.
I'm seeing it and defend it.
Okay. So just a slight majority are saying dump him, but a lot of people are defending it. We'll put up a Twitter poll as well on KVJ Show's Twitter. Go check it out. Well, this is all kind of a surprise. It's caught us a little bit off guard. And maybe it's a good thing considering they opened up a city place in Doral. The good news is South Florida's back down to one city place. However, it's not the one in West Palm Beach. It's only the one in Doral because the one that opened up in 2000 in West Palm Beach is now called Rosemary Square.
Huh?
Yes. Huh? Yeah, City Place in West Palm Beach is no longer City Place. It is now Rosemary Square.
Did you see this one coming, or did we just get blindsided?
I did
by
not.
this?
I didn't even understand it, and I don't know if a lot of people like fully understand it yet either. Because I'm even looking at like the trending stories, and it's down at number 19 because I don't think people really fully understand what's going on yet. Yeah, City Place in West Palm Beach is no mas. It is now Rosemary Square. It is going to be this new, I guess, area that they don't want to necessarily associate with like a shopping district because, we all go to Amazon online now. So it's just kind of a regular area where you can walk around. They're going to be having a new fountain in there. Lots of construction is going to be going on until the year 2021. It is going to be a 5-year, $550 million investment that they say, quote, will transform City Place from a retail and entertainment center to a vibrant community and destination known as Rosemary Square. Now they say they're going to have more residences, retail, a new hotel, and more arts and cultural programs. It's basically the place they want people to come and hang out. Not necessarily the place you're going to go for just an hour and a half or 2 hours to go eat or to shop. You're going to go and chill out for the day, and you're going to get an ice cream cone and sit around. This is just where we go and relax and socialize and things like that. They want it to be basically a social epicenter, not just a shopping plaza, I think is kind of what they're trying to get to. Now, on Saturday, you may have seen the construction they've already been doing there. They debuted the new Main Street for Rosemary Avenue. And I don't know if they're changing the name of that too, or if it's still going to be Rosemary.
I'm not even kidding. It took me and Denny's about 15 minutes to get over to BurgerFi because of all the construction over there.
Yeah.
And we had to go through hell to get there. It just shows you how good BurgerFi is.
Yeah, well, there's already been, on the news, if you've seen the story, some tenants that are in there right now are kind of complaining, saying there is no way possible I am going to be able to sustain my business through this construction that is going to be completed in 2021. And that's right now what they're saying. You know how construction goes. You know anything about it. They always say, yes, it'll be done in 6 months. And it's usually done then in, 18. That's kind of the way it goes. Now, what they've got, if you haven't been down there yet to check, and I've driven by, but I haven't really been walking across it, the new Main Street or the Rosemary Avenue that they've refurbished is featuring wider curbless sidewalks along with new landscaping. Some really cool looking palm trees and stuff like that is up there. They're also going to be putting in a 21-story mixed-use tower that'll have luxury residences and commercial space, along with a second hotel that's going to be adjacent to the Hilton West Palm Beach. So there'll be not one, but 2 hotels by the time this thing is all said and done. They've also got some new restaurants and retail slated to open up this year, including Sur la Table.
Oh, I love Sur la Table.
Tacos and Hip Hop.
Okay. That's my game right there. You guys can have Sur la Table.
A seafood restaurant called High Dive. And Barrio Sangria Bar is going to be opening up, some of the new places. And they're going to be doing a lot of big things, including taking down that Macy's. If you know the old Macy's store that is now just kind of sitting there with really nothing going on, they're going to tear that down.
They tried to make it a little art gallery, but I don't think it's booming. Because it still looks like a Macy's.
Yeah.
On the inside.
Maybe they need to put some new art in there.
I think they're going to knock it all down and put apartments.
No, we need more restaurants. I say no apartments. Can we vote on this?
No.
Well, they're doing both. I mean, it's both. I just named off the restaurants.
21-story apartment tower. How do you feel?
I want restaurants. We need more.
Okay.
It's good for the economy, Kev.
I just named off 4 new ones.
4. I was expecting a little. I wanted at least.
It's not enough for you.
I wanted double digits.
You love taco and hip hop.
I love it. I'm a man that wants more.
Okay. All right. So I'm just kind of curious what your thoughts are on it. Your initial reaction to it, Virginia, what do you think?
I mean, all the artist renderings of how it's going to look when it's all done, I'm looking at them all online. It looks fabulous. My question is, do you have cars and people, or is it just people now? Are those streets going to be still open to vehicles?
I don't know.
There's no curbs. What? Huh?
Yeah, it might be something, where they just get rid of it. Maybe kind of like something like a Lincoln Road, in Miami, where it's just you've got everything there and you kind of get to walk around. I mean, I'm sure they're looking and lending and borrowing concepts that are working in other places in South Florida. And you're probably going to start seeing that, those like epicenter things. It's not necessarily about shopping, but it's just kind of where you go to hang out, grab some appetizers and some drinks, and you meet up with friends and things like that. And I think, South Florida is that way. South Florida is massively huge, and pretty much whatever part of South Florida you're in, you stick to that little area. When I was down in Coconut Grove, everybody just kind of stuck down there. We just kind of hung out in the Grove. That was it. We didn't need to go anywhere else.
Oh, I'd give my face right now for some appetizers. You said appetizer, and I'm like, oh.
I brought you corn muffins.
I know. I want to save this for later, though, Mama. I want to save it for later.
So, everybody kind of sticks to their area anyway. So I think that's just it. Every little area is kind of getting their entertainment complex area where you do stuff, where you hang out. And the old concept of we're going to put up a mall, even if it's an outdoor mall. I know even in the Grove that the Cocoa Center there, they've been doing some different stuff. Cocoa Walk. I've been kind of remixing that up a little bit.
Look, South Florida loves a refurbished space.
Yeah.
They love the newest, shiniest, prettiest, hot thing, and I think it'll be hot. For a while. It'll be the hot thing.
I think it's going to be hot just like the Grove. The Grove. I have no idea where the Grove is, but it sounds like it's very trendy. Hey, we're going to go to the Grove, get a couple apps, couple of crushable IPAs.
You've been there a couple times.
You've actually been to the Grove.
Yeah, I get
you
that.
smart ass. You're talking a gang of crap, and we've brought you there.
I don't know where it's at.
We've been together.
You're not aware, but you've been there.
Well, then I must love the Grove.
You actually did.
You thought it was very peaceful.
You're I love this place.
There's no tall buildings.
I'm a big fan of the Grove.
Very quaint.
Yeah.
So I hear.
Yeah. You were a big fan of it. Yeah. Had amnesia.
I think it's because we drink too much.
Somebody said, I don't care what they do, it's always going to be City Place. Will they be able to shake the name? It has been for almost 20 years, City Place, and now they're going to throw the Rosemary Place at you.
Rosemary Square.
Oh, see, I haven't got it down yet. It's going to take a while, I'm not going to lie.
It is.
When something's been branded that heavily for 20 years, just throwing a curveball at you, Rosemary Square.
Think about it this way, okay? You know a girl named Rosemary. She's a goody two-shoes. Oh, she's such a square. Rosemary, you're such a square. Rosemary Square. You'll never forget it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Or math people think it's Rosemary twice over.
Oh, wow. I will definitely forget that.
Yep. Okay, so there you go. What are your thoughts on it? Good move? Is this the right thing? I don't know if they had much choice. I think that things are changing so much that it's okay, this is what's going to have to happen. I'm excited by it.
I am too.
I'm encouraged by it. I think it'll be good. I'm not a big shopper anyway. So for me, I'm totally thrilled because
make it more about fun spaces and they're going to do art stuff outside.
Yeah, it sounds like more what I would
and
want anyway. And I think that hey, you throw in you need a brewery,
more bars.
You throw in a brewery in there, and man, I'm there all the time.
That's true. It needs a brewery.
Yeah, I amen, sister.
I wonder if their rent's just too high for a brewery to sustain.
Well, they maybe just haven't gotten there yet. And honestly, if I were a brewery, I'd be going, why don't you get the construction done? Let's talk in 2021.
Well, they booted Bruzy, that was a brewery, because that rent was too expensive.
Right. So you're talking almost 2 years of construction probably that you're going to have to deal with before you finally say, look at this place. It's Rosemary Square.
You should open up a brewery. Is that a dream of yours one day? If you could open up a brewery, not have to do all of the annoying stuff, but kind of walk in, go, oh, cool, yes, let me sample that.
Kind of nice,
Let's get these ceilings up to code.
Oh, absolutely. I'd have a great time with it.
Call the bar Stairway to Kevin? No?
No.
All right.
No. I like the idea about the brewery. Hate the
I
name.
love Stairway to Kevin. I'm a big fan.
And then the stairway just goes up to my face.
Yes.
Stairway or Hairway to Kevin. The whole hair, you playing off his hair.
People don't know. That's too confusing.
Are people with
tourists?
All right, you're right. All right.
They'd be like, why are we going to a Hairway? What? Who's Kevin?
This is a think tank. Not all ideas are good.
Ever.
Look at you listening to the KVJ show on 97.9 WRMF. Lucky.
So as we talk about City Place in West Palm Beach changing their name to Rosemary Square, the place where people come to congregate and just kind of live their life. You got to realize that there are actually a lot of people in our society that never want to see people ever. They just want to hide out. And I think social media has kind of made people more of hermits than they've ever been before. And I think it's just it. Sometimes when you see stuff either in the news or on social media, you're going, people are awful. You want to do everything you can to avoid them.
And I think, too, there's just more of an acceptance now of people that don't want to have a lot of social interaction and they don't want to be around other people. It's okay. And people are talking about how, not all of us want to be social butterflies. Some of us don't want to be in that realm.
Yeah, I think a lot of times, first of all, I think it's good to always have time to yourself to decompress and get with your own thoughts.
Amen.
One. And two, yeah, you're right. I think sometimes you're just, when you see stuff on social media and what you see on reality TV and all these kind of things, I think more people are building up a fear or an apprehension of interaction with people because you're like, I can't take that. It's
so
toxic.
extra.
It's toxic. It's aggressive. And it's not peaceful. It's not a pleasant interaction.
Well, there's a whole section of YouTube that's just dedicated to those type of videos where just normal people doing their regular daily routine, and then they're in some kind of over-the-top interaction where they're involved in some kind of confrontation with somebody, and that's a whole section of YouTube.
Well, and you think about it, it makes sense. If you go outside, whatever you do in your life, you keep kind of a scorecard, positive or negative, whether you want to or not. And as you continue to go back there, whether it be a restaurant, whether it be a drink, whether it be anything you have, you're kind of secretly and subconsciously keeping scorecards. So in your mind, if you keep going outside and you're going, that was a negative, that was a negative, that was a negative, before long, your brain and your body's like going, you don't like going out in public and seeing people,
I'm going to
Jack.
stay in. I'm going to call Uber
Right.
Eats because I know that I'm not going to have to deal with people.
Well, the worst is running into an ex at the grocery store. I mean, that is especially when you don't expect it, and they're with their new lover, and you're like, oh my gosh, the phone's ringing. I'll talk to you guys later. I've done that. I've acted like I was on the phone and got a phone call to get out of a very awkward situation.
It's a good move, yeah.
Which ex-girlfriend was it?
I mean, why do you always have to have names? There was Amanda. How about that? Amanda. We'll call her Amanda.
Amanda Lacey Penny.
Yeah, we'll call her that.
All of his ex-girlfriends have like Bond girl names.
Yeah, they do.
Amanda Lacey Penny.
I love it. But I have totally done that move to get out of talking to somebody.
Reddit had a thread on there where people were talking about what they do to avoid people, and that was one of the answers, was pretend to answer a phone call when approaching somebody. Be like, oh yeah,
hey.
oh yeah, hey.
And then you're faking like you're on your phone, and then it rings.
No,
because that's happened to me.
Yeah, be careful because you're right. So I've been called out because I still have the front part of my screen showing, and you can tell I'm not on the phone.
Jaybird, you're not on the phone.
You're on YouTube, Jaybird.
And then a different level too is you have people that have social anxiety. Of different levels.
Oh, yeah.
You know, my wife has it to a certain extent. She's trying to work through it, and she's getting better at it, but it's still, she's got a degree of it. Some people have major anxiety, and somebody on Reddit was saying, yeah, even ordering food and talking to the delivery driver freaks me out. So I used to ask the delivery person to leave the pizza outside, and then I'd pay for it under the door. Like, that was the kind of anxiety they had. They didn't want to have that interaction of seeing somebody face to face and like the awkwardness of, here's the money. And
if
blah,
that's
blah, blah.
where you are, you got to get some therapy. You got to get some help because that's really not going to be good for you as a human.
My buddy dated a girl that she would have to tell him the order, and then he would have to order to the waiter or the waitress because she had a nervous thing about talking out in public. Even to a waiter, because she doesn't know him. To her, it was a stranger. She'd have to tell him that.
Wow,
that's intense.
I want the patty melt.
How about that?
Patty melt sounds delicious. As a side note.
Well, and part of it too is sometimes with social media and everything that we do with ordering food, we're probably getting less interaction. Like with anything, the more you do it, the more you practice it, the better off you're going to be. And so if you have always, I'm not going to interact with people, and you kind of build this wall, and you're able to a lot easier now in today's society with our technology, that if you're ever forced to do it, you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know how to do this. I don't ever do this.
I see it with kids. When you go to like a kid's birthday party, you can totally tell the kids that don't ever leave the house. They're with their stay-at-home mom, and it's just them in the house all the time.
Yeah.
They don't ever see other kids.
Yeah.
And then they go to a kid's birthday party, and they're like all freaked out and weird, and it's just it's socialization. If you don't do it, you're not going to be good at it.
Yeah.
But there are some people, though, that are still in social situations. They grew up in social situations, and they still have social anxiety. That does happen.
Sure, absolutely. But I think if it's crippling you to the point where you can't answer the door for the pizza delivery guy.
Do you almost say the police? Don't answer the door for the police. Ask what the police want first before you open the door.
I almost said polizza.
The police.
Somebody's talking about what they do to avoid people on Reddit. They said, I used to live with super outgoing roommates, and when I heard people come over, I'd take a shower, get dressed like I was going somewhere, get in my car, drive to go get food somewhere, then sit in the parking lot eating my food and listening to music for hours.
Aww.
And they used to always complain, be like going, hey, why can't you hang out? You're always too busy. And he's like, yeah, it's got a lot of stuff going on. No, that's all I did. Just to avoid that.
Add the uncomfortable. Some people really hate people. I mean, they don't hate them. They just hate being around that kind of social anxiety feeling. They'd rather be alone. They'd rather do a whole facade like that.
I get it, but you should want to have balance. I think we all need to have a little balance. Sure, you like to have your alone time. I get it. I love alone time. But then you need to have those personal relationships where you're getting hugs and you're feeling that interpersonal communication.
But not everyone's down with that, though. You are, so you're coming from that perspective. I just have family members. They don't like to be touched. They don't like to go out and talk to people. It's just, and they've been around situations where they've been around a lot of people and a lot of touching and hugs.
Yeah.
It makes me sad.
Well...
Another comment said, I live with one other roommate. He thought I had a part-time job in the evenings, which I didn't. I used to listen quietly to a little TV with my headphones in my room at night, and I wouldn't venture into the common areas. I'd even pee into bottles to avoid going to the common bathroom.
Oh, wow.
I mean, that is not living, baby. You're living a double life.
Then when I heard him go to bed, I would sneak outside and kind of do some stuff then, but yeah.
You're living like a hostage.
That is weird.
Yeah, so that's kind of what some people do.
I wonder if therapy would help with that.
Depends how good your therapist is.
Well,
you shouldn't feel like you have to be a prisoner in your house. You're peeing in bottles like a man in a cave.
Well, it probably depends upon if some people want it too. Some people be like, look, I'm okay with how I am. I just don't like to interact with people, and that's just me.
That's the truth. I've heard adults say that.
I like it.
Way into their 50s, they go, it's not that I just don't want to be around people. I'm forced to be out with people, and I don't like it. I'm
just
too
an
old
introvert. I like it. I'm good.
There are people who don't want to be hugged. They just want to be left alone.
That's it. Just leave me alone.
Leave me alone. Don't touch me. Don't look at me.
Yeah, that's it. Any comments to add? 877-979-WRMF.
This is the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.
Well, you got the theory here, Jaybird, for you. You are going to stockpile the entire season of Game of Thrones, and then you're going to watch it?
That's the plan. Me and Denny's have made a commitment, but I know how I get. I get that Thrones itch, and I'm going to... If I know I've got 3 or 4 episodes kind of ready to go, it's going to be tough. Kind of like when I know I've got a sandwich in the refrigerator.
Yeah.
It's never... you're going to eat it tomorrow, Bird. No.
Don't they drop the whole season at once, or they don't do that?
They do not. It's HBO. They go old school. You have to wait...
Week for week?
You have to wait week for week.
And I think people are going to be so excited because I've got 3 shows right now. I'm so excited because I've got 3 shows that are on right now, and they're kind of stockpiling. I actually sat down yesterday and watched the first couple episodes of Billions that is on Showtime. The new season's going. I think they're 4 episodes in, and I hadn't watched any of it. And so last night I finally cracked that on. Veep is back on, and that's been stockpiling and building up.
I was just watching that over the weekend, and my oh my, it's such a funny show.
It's a great show. I love it.
It really is.
I really love it, so I'm excited. But I think I'm going to let that one go on ahead and build on up.
It's a pretty filthy show as far as language.
Yeah.
Virginia would love it.
I would. It's on HBO, though, right?
It is.
Yeah, that's why I don't get it. I just have Netflix.
Yeah, you might need to invest in it, Virginia.
Not with what I already pay. I can't. I can't.
You can sign on my thing if you want.
What does that mean?
Sign on my HBO domain.
Saying you can basically just go ahead and steal his cable and break the law.
I just found out last night I have Cinemax somehow. So I got Cinemax. I've got, I don't know, I think someone's adding packages to my thing.
Huh.
I never ordered Cinemax, and I was watching it last night.
Are you paying for it?
Probably. I'd imagine.
You know, Virginia, life. Life is a mystery.
You don't watch those quarters, do you?
It's automatically taken out, so the computer's taking it for me.
I know. Well, I mean, yeah, but you still have to know what it takes out.
Let's not do adult talk. People get really annoyed when I start trying to talk like an adult. So.
Yeah. It's not going to go well.
Kevin will get 9 emails. I'll have these Johnny-come-latelys on Twitter. How does Bird not know how much?
I agree with them. How do you not know how much?
I didn't even know I had Cinemax. I didn't know until I was an hour into a movie and I go, oh, this is on Cinemax. Didn't know I had it.
Yeah, it's crazy how they just sneak up on you like that. And these bills. Yeah, so I got those kind of shows that are going on, but I think the Game of Thrones is one that you'll want to watch week after week because people are going to be so excited about it, and there's going to be so much chatter about it.
Spoilers, too.
Yeah,
I mean, they love to kill a main character. You're going to hear about it.
Yeah, and the thing about that show, unlike anything else that you're going to watch, is they have the blogs every day, right after it airs, breaking down what happened. Here's what we think is going to be coming up. And you kind of want to be in it, active, and in that conversation. And I don't know how many shows are out there like that you're like, okay, normally I would agree with you because I like to stockpile and know I've got a whole show, a whole season waiting for me, and then I can just binge watch as much as I want. I'm okay with Veep doing that. Okay with Billions, Game of Thrones I got to watch. Probably Big Brother's the same way,
Big
right?
Brother is very much the same way.
You got to kind of be in the
active live discussion.
You do. All right,
Yeah.
you guys have changed me. I'll watch Game of Thrones each weekend. All right, you guys got me.
That's just my own thing. You do what you got to do, but yeah,
You don't want
that's
it
my own thought.
spoiled by, one of these
Kevin.
chuckleheads we work with.
Kevin will give one of his light spoilers. It's not really a spoiler, but you're not going to believe this person died.
They
Kevin.
killed that Peter Dinklage character.
Don't even say that. That comment alone to get people. Why is Virginia even saying those kind of things?
What?
Oh, yeah. Dinklage gets it in episode 1.
Episode 1.
I don't know.
Oh, and Jaybird, the good news, Xfinity is offering premium channels for a week and a half at no charge.
Oh!
So that's what you got going on. That's why you're watching Cinemax. Doesn't necessarily mean that you've got it.
Okay.
At night, do you get Skinamax?
Oh, I bet I do. I know HBO.
Do they still? I mean, is it still like that? I mean, back in the day where porn wasn't so readily available.
They do, and it's kind of weird because you're right. It's nothing like what's available on the internet.
Yeah.
It's kind of classy,
But
Virginia.
it's nostalgic porn.
It is.
Reminds you of your childhood.
It really it definitely does. Because they still run some of those same movies from when I was like 13.
Red Shoe and all that.
Red Shoe Diaries was a big one. That's your boy David Duchovny who did that.
Yeah. If that's the case, Virginia, you ought to try to jump on HBO and watch an episode or so of Veep and just see if you like it.
I don't have Xfinity. I have DirecTV.
You're too extra.
I'm sorry.
Right, Virginia just can't. She can't get anything right, can't she?
She can't.
I'm blowing it.
She blew the dirt earlier today.
Well, we do this thing called the After the Show podcast that you can check out live on YouTube. We also put it on the back end of our regular podcast every single day. If you're trying to figure out what a podcast is, you got an app for it on your phone. You just find where podcasts are, dial in the KVJ show, and boom, you could actually set it to download every single day so you can listen to our show without music, commercials, and listen whenever you want. It's not just on in the morning, it's on all the time.
Someone asked me, Are you doing anything with the sports show ever? Is there a podcast for that?
No, there's not. I'm not doing anything currently with the sports stuff. I mean, there's some projects that I might do a little bit, maybe when football comes back, kicking around, maybe doing a Florida football show that would just focus on, the pro teams, college, and even high school football, because that's my bread and butter.
You love the high school.
Yeah, that's my bread and butter. Honestly, the thing with sports, there's so much to keep up on when you're talking about every sport that's out there and everything that's going on, and the Panthers are firing new coaches and hiring new guys, and there's just too much going on. Football's it.
Okay.
So
look,
I do that.
The person are talking. They want to know.
Yeah, but
The person.
we're going to be doing a lot of podcast stuff. Jaybird's got his. Virginia's got one. Suits has got one.
Yeah, tonight is our Weird and Whatever. If you want to tune in, we moved it to Tuesday for scheduling reasons. That vampire.
He moved it to accommodate the vampire's schedule, and the vampire quit.
And I think the vampire quit because he heard your harsh words the first time I talked about the vampire.
So wait, tonight you will not be interviewed with the vampire.
I will not. Well, you guys told me just do an interview with the vampire over the phone.
Can you just play a clip from interview with the vampire instead? Is that possible?
I just want the guy to I think I can't do him on the phone. He has to come in studio.
He has to come in studio because he's out there talking about how I got fangs. Okay, I can't see your fangs on the phone.
Oh, he told me he has the cave. He drinks animal blood.
I talk like these?
Yeah, he's got the whole vamp. He lives the lifestyle.
March your vampy ass in here. Then we want to see you.
No, I'm afraid people are going to make fun of me. Well, bitch, quit acting. you're a vampire.
You're a vampire. You shouldn't care. Did you watch
Right.
True Blood?
Thank you.
Nobody got to them.
Shouldn't be new to you.
Well, then anybody can be a vampire over the phone.
Why vampires gotta be so soft these days?
All right, get positive.
Deep question. Why do vampires have to be so soft? Some positivity for our depressed vampires out there, Chipper.
Sometimes we need to detach from a version of ourselves that is no longer in alignment with our purpose. Oh. Virginia looks confused. That means it's working.
Yeah.
That's just my face. I'm always confused.
Always
Get
confused.
it? Get it?
No, I'm kidding.
You're very shallow.
Explain it to me.
We don't have time.
Do you want to watch the KVJ Show live or on demand? Find us on youtube.com/KVJ Show.